James Bond. The name alone is synonymous with sophistication, danger, and of course, impeccable style. Over the years, 007 has worn some of the sharpest suits ever put on film, redefining men's fashion, one impeccably tailored look at a time. But today, we're skipping the tuxedos, because Bond's suits deserve their own spotlight. From Sean Connery's timeless classics to Daniel Craig's modern power moves, in today's video, I'm counting down my 7 favorite suits of the James Bond film franchise. These are the looks that define the modern gentleman. Effortlessly cool, razor sharp, and always ready for action. And if you pay close attention, you may be able to guess which one is my favorite. So let's suit up and dive into it. Kicking off my list is one of the slickest suits in Bond history. Pierce Brosnan's 3-button, gray sharkskin suit from The World Is Not Enough. This suit is tailor-made by Brioni, the Italian powerhouse responsible for redefining Bond's 1990s style. We see the suit in action during Bond's arrival at the pipeline construction site in Azerbaijan, where he meets Electra King for the first time. And let's be honest, only Bond could look this sharp while being on a construction site. The suit's medium gray sharkskin fabric has a subtle sheen that catches the light perfectly, making it a refined yet modern choice. The 3-button jacket, a signature of the 1990s tailoring, gives Brosnan a commanding silhouette, while the narrow lapels and structured shoulders add an air of sophistication. Paired with a crisp white shirt and a dark blue tie, this look is the epitome of a gentleman's spy, polished, powerful, and effortlessly cool. This suit is a prime example of timeless menswear and takes inspiration from the Sean Connery era suits. It's on my top 7 list because it's the perfect embodiment of the 1990s Brosnan era, where suits were cut a little larger but still look stylish. And in true Bond fashion, it holds up just as well today as it did in 1999. Next up, we're headed to the 1970s for a masterclass in nautical style. That is Sir Roger Moore and his double-breasted navy blazer from The Man with the Golden Gun. Now, I know this is a blazer and trouser pairing and not technically a suit, but I wanted to include it as a staple look of the James Bond franchise. Roger Moore's Bond was well known for 2 things when it came to his style. The first was his pairing of different blazers and trousers, and the second was his love of double-breasted blazers. In fact, there were many navy blazers from which to choose during his era, making this choice a difficult one. The one I'm highlighting was designed by Cyril Castle, Moore's go-to tailor during his early Bond films, and this blazer is a perfect example of how Bond looks stylish even in a more casual look. We see this blazer on 2 occasions in the film. In its first appearance, it's paired with a blue and white fine Bengal striped shirt and a blue satin tie and dark gray trousers. In the second, he wears a white shirt, a regimental tie with white ground and navy stripes, and white trousers. The 6-button double-breasted cut, wide peak lapels, and structured shoulders give it a commanding presence, while the gold buttons add just the right amount of maritime flair. This is one of my favorite looks because it shows that Bond doesn't always need to be in a full suit to be stylish, and there's something especially eye-grabbing about a navy double-breasted blazer. Once again, this look is the perfect embodiment of Roger Moore and his on-screen Bond-era style, as well as his off-screen personal style. This next one may be a bit of an unsuspected choice, and for this one, we remain with Roger Moore's Bond. He had a lot of good looks, however, for this one, we're swapping out the streets of London for the countryside with one of Bond's best casual looks, and that's Roger Moore's tweed hunting suit from Moonraker. Tailored by Angelo Roma, this outfit proves that even when Bond goes country, he never sacrifices style. We see the suit in action during Bond's pheasant hunting scene at Drax's estate in the countryside, where Bond cleverly takes out an assassin. And while Hugo Drax may have been setting up a trap, Bond was setting the standard for country gentleman style. The 2-piece tweed suit features a brown and gray Donegal tweed with wide lapels and brown suede elbow patches, giving it a rugged yet polished look. The structured shoulders and nipped waist create a flattering silhouette and an equestrian look. What makes this suit so special, and one of my favorites? It's Bond showing that his style isn't just for casinos and cocktail parties. This is country chic at its finest, a look that blends classic British heritage with Moore's signature charm. Whether he's dodging assassins or enjoying a day of sport, Bond makes sure he does it with style. I can't talk about Bond's best suits without mentioning one of the most legendary looks in the franchise, and arguably the one that set the tone for the rest of the series, and that is Sean Connery's gray 3-piece suit from Goldfinger. This is the suit that set the gold standard for 007's tailoring, designed by Anthony Sinclair, the man behind Connery's timeless conduit cut style. We see this tailoring masterpiece during an interesting time in the film when Bond is in captivity. In fact, the entire time Bond wears this suit, he is Ark Goldfinger's prisoner. Even while being held captive, Bond looks effortlessly composed in this gray Glencheck wool suit. The two-button jacket, structured shoulders, and slim lapels give it a refined silhouette, while the matching lapelled waistcoat adds an extra layer of sophistication. It's all paired perfectly with a crisp white shirt, navy knit tie, and black shoes. Bond at his absolute best. This suit made my list because of its sharp tailoring, impressive details, and the addition of the waistcoat. All of these cemented this outfit's position as an icon amongst Bond suits. This suit had an impact on the film franchise, proving that Bond isn't just a secret agent, he's the ultimate style icon. Next up, we're headed into the modern era with one of the sharpest suits in Bond history, and that is Daniel Craig's gray sharkskin suit from Skyfall. Designed by Tom Ford, this suit is an embodiment of contemporary tailoring, blending Bond's signature elegance with a sharp, modern edge. We see this suit right at the beginning of the film during the intense Istanbul chase sequence. Bond is in full action mode, racing through the Grand Bazaar, commandeering a motorcycle, and taking a leap onto a moving train. Through all the chaos, the suit stays effortlessly sharp, proving that Bond's tailoring isn't just for show, it's built for action. The medium gray sharkskin fabric has a pick-and-pick pattern and a subtle sheen that makes it more interesting. The slim fit, narrow lapels, and high armholes give Craig a powerful, athletic silhouette, while the two-button closure and flat front trousers keep it streamlined and modern. Paired with a crisp white shirt and a matching gray tie, this look is monochromatic style at its finest. This suit comes at number 3 on my list because it set the tone for the look and fit of the modern Bond suits. Up until this point, the suits were cut larger with traces of 1990s style, but coming out in 2012, this suit marked the beginning of a new era of suits that had a slimmer and higher cut, higher armholes, and narrow pants. This is the ultimate blend of classic Bond charm and modern-day tailoring. Coming in at number 2 is one of the sharpest and most menacing suits Bond has ever worn, and that is Daniel Craig's black 3-piece funeral suit from Spectre. Designed by Tom Ford, this suit is the perfect blend of classic Bond elegance and a touch of noir-inspired mystery. We see this suit during one of the film's most striking sequences when Bond arrives in Rome for the funeral of the man he just sent to his demise. Bond is dressed for the occasion, but let's be honest, he looks more like the executioner rather than a mourner. The black wool 3-piece suit is tailored to perfection with a sharp peak lapel, jacket, matching waistcoat, and slim-cut trousers. The crisp white shirt and black tie keep the look sleek and understated, while the Tom Ford sunglasses complete the look. This suit is an all-time favorite of mine because it's Bond at his most intimidating. The monochromatic black makes a powerful statement. It's refined, dangerous, and a bold move. Whether he's paying his respects or seducing the widow moments later, this suit proves that Bond never just blends in, he owns the room. And at number 1, and my favorite James Bond suit, if you haven't guessed it already, is one of the boldest and most stylish suits Bond has ever worn, and that is Daniel Craig's blue Windowpane suit from Spectre. I say if you haven't guessed it because I'm wearing one that actually takes inspiration from that very suit. Designed by Tom Ford, Bond's suit proves that even in broad daylight, Bond can make a statement without looking over the top. We see this suit in the film's breathtaking Day of the Dead opening sequence in Mexico City. Bond strolls through the crowded festival in disguise, donning a skeleton mask and a hat, but once he removes them, he's revealed in this absolute masterpiece of tailoring. The deep blue suit with a subtle windowpane check is cut razor sharp, with high armholes, a high button stance, and a sleek silhouette that gives Craig an imposing presence. The crisp white shirt and navy tie keep the ensemble effortlessly polished. This suit tops the list of best James Bond suits for me because I like the modern tailoring with the blue color. Bond is also embracing classic patterns in a modern, powerful way. The windowpane check adds just the right amount of visual interest without being too loud, making it the perfect blend of tradition and contemporary style. To me, there's nothing better than a beautifully cut blue suit. Whether he's making his way through a festival, setting up an assassination, or escaping a crumbling building, this suit reminds us that Bond is always dressed for the occasion, no matter how explosive it gets. And there you have it, 7 of the most iconic suits in James Bond history. From the classics to the modern looks, these suits prove that Bond isn't just the world's greatest spy, he's the ultimate style icon. But now I want to hear from you. Which Bond suit is your favorite? Drop a comment below, and if you enjoyed this video breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss a video. Until next time, stay sharp, gents.